Welcome back to Epic Tales Universe, dear listeners, your sanctuary where stories come alive and mysteries whisper from the past. Today, we embark together on a captivating journey, sailing through the mists of ancient seas to uncover the mesmerizing story of the enigmatic sea people. Beneath the calm waves of history lie hidden currents of untold stories, moments when civilizations rose, flourished, and mysteriously disappeared. Among these shadowy tales emerges one that has baffled historians for generations, the compelling tale of the Sea People. Our journey begins over 3,000 years ago, in the twilight of the Bronze Age. This was an era of dazzling kingdoms that spanned from the golden shores of Egypt and the bustling ports of Phoenicia to the lush valleys of Anatolia and the mighty citadels of Greece. Rich trade routes connected these powerful nations, their ships crossing vast oceans, carrying spices, metals, precious fabrics, and knowledge from port to port. Yet, around 1200 BCE, an unsettling shadow began to appear on the horizon. Mighty kingdoms suddenly trembled and fell, engulfed by chaos, destruction, and confusion. Cities burned, trade routes collapsed, and dynasties vanished overnight. Historical texts spoke cryptically of invaders emerging from the sea, mysterious warriors with no known origin, known simply as the Sea People. Who were these people? From where did they sail? And why did they embark on this unprecedented campaign of upheaval? Our quest for answers takes us deep into the heart of an ancient mystery. Historians first learned of the Sea People from Egyptian records carved upon temple walls at Medinet Habu during the reign of Pharaoh Ramesses III. These vivid reliefs depicted fierce battles against strange, seafaring invaders whose armor glittered beneath the scorching Egyptian sun. Their ships, slender and swift, glided silently across turbulent waters, carrying warriors who struck swiftly and vanished like mist. Pharaoh Ramesses III recorded a desperate yet victorious defense against this mysterious force, claiming divine support in repelling them. Yet despite the relief's detailed artistry, the Egyptians left no clues to their enemies' true origins, simply labeling them Sea People, as if these warriors had risen from the waves themselves. But Egypt wasn't their only target. Archaeologists unearthed layers of destruction in countless cities across the Mediterranean. From Ugarit and Alatia in Cyprus to Troy and the grand Mycenaean palaces in Greece, cities that had stood proudly for centuries were reduced to smoldering ruins. Ancient texts from the coastal kingdom of Ugarit, discovered in clay tablets, cried out in urgent, frantic tones, describing attackers approaching swiftly across the sea. One desperate plea still echoes today: ships have arrived. The enemy is upon us. Our city burns. Yet no further writings emerged from Ugarit. Only ashes and silence remained. As historians pieced together the fragments of ancient clues, theories emerged, each whispering a different tale of the Sea People. One compelling hypothesis points to the region of the Aegean Sea, home to the Mycenaeans, whose own civilization mysteriously collapsed around the same period. Could the Sea People have been displaced warriors fleeing chaos and natural disasters in their homelands, driven by drought, famine, or volcanic eruptions to conquer new lands? Or perhaps they were mercenaries, adventurers from distant islands and coastlines, uniting together under banners of desperation and survival. Another intriguing theory suggests they hailed from the islands of Sardinia, Sicily, and even mainland Italy, ancestors of the later-known Etruscans and Romans. Bronze helmets found across Sardinian archaeological sites bear uncanny resemblance to those worn by Sea People depicted on Egyptian walls. Their weapons, armor, and even pottery shards offer tantalizing hints at a shared heritage. Yet another voice whispers that perhaps the Sea People were not a single nation but a coalition of tribes, pirates, warriors, refugees, whose alliances were forged by necessity, not nationality. Bound by the harsh realities of climate change, famine, or political unrest, they set sail together, seeking survival through conquest. In this tumultuous period known as the Bronze Age collapse, civilizations fell not just from attacks but from internal turmoil, environmental catastrophes, and disrupted trade. The Sea People may have been both symptom and catalyst, turning crisis into chaos. The Egyptians chronicled their battles with precision, referring to groups such as the Peleset, Shardana, Lukka, and Denyen, names echoing faintly in historical memory. Remarkably, the Peleset are often identified as the ancestors of the biblical Philistines, settling eventually on the shores of what would become Palestine. The Shardana might have settled in Sardinia, their legacy preserved in the name itself. Though their origins remain hidden in the fog of the past, their impact is undeniable. Wherever the Sea People appeared, cultures were forever changed. They reshaped history, erasing mighty kingdoms while planting seeds that would blossom into new civilizations. As cities fell and trade ceased, new communities arose, forming foundations for what we now know as classical Greece, Phoenician city-states, and the later Roman Empire. For decades, archaeologists have uncovered traces of these elusive warriors in distant corners of the Mediterranean, from elaborate helmets in Sardinia to exquisite pottery fragments in Cyprus. Each artifact, each carved image, brings us closer to understanding these mysterious people, whose true names and dreams remain lost to history's whispers. Yet perhaps the greatest lesson from the Sea People is the fragility of civilization. Their story reminds us that even the strongest kingdoms can vanish, their memories swept away by tides of time. History, like the ocean itself, conceals countless mysteries beneath its tranquil surface, inviting us to explore, question, and dream. As we reflect upon their legacy, we imagine those warriors standing on their sleek ships, gazing across unknown waters, driven by hopes, fears, or ambition, unaware that their voyage would forever alter the course of history. They are not simply conquerors or destroyers, but symbols of human resilience, adaptability, and the endless quest for survival amidst uncertainty. Our journey today through the mists of the past has allowed us to glimpse their enigmatic lives, hearing echoes of their voices in ancient waves, feeling their stories ripple softly through the ages. And though we may never fully uncover the truths they carried beneath the sun and stars, their spirit continues to sail quietly across the seas of our imagination, whispering of adventures yet to be explored. Thank you, dear listeners, for joining us today on this unforgettable voyage into the mysterious world of the Sea People. Here at Epic Tales Universe, we strive to bring you stories that awaken your curiosity, spark your imagination, and remind you of the beauty hidden within history's endless depths. If you enjoyed this tale, please take a moment to gently press the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and consider subscribing to Epic Tales Universe. Your support means the world, and it allows us to continue our exploration together, journeying through the incredible stories that shape our understanding of humanity's past. Until we meet again, keep dreaming, keep exploring, and always remember that within the universe of epic tales, every story is waiting patiently to be discovered by those who dare to listen. Farewell, and may your curiosity guide you safely across all the seas of imagination.